Welcome to Into the Wild Zoo Tours, where I, someone with special needs, shares my love of animals. Before we begin, I would like for you guys to consider liking and subscribing for more adventures. We are back at the Cincinnati Zoo to look at the historical reptile house. First opening with the zoo in 1875, it is considered to be one of the oldest zoo buildings in North America. But what might surprise you, it didn't have reptiles until the 1950s. It housed monkeys, gibbons, and even a gorilla. The first animal of our tour is very vocal. Meet Loki, the Chinese alligator. So what is Loki doing here? Well, he's bellowing, and that's how they communicate. Unlike their American cousins, the Chinese alligator isn't doing that great in the wild. They're considered critically endangered and only found in one river in China. The next animal we'll see is the king cobra, the largest venomous snake in the world. Meet Alex. Alex is a new resident to the reptile house, arriving in 2025. While the keepers don't know how long he is, they estimate that he's 10 feet long. Female king cobras are the only snakes known to build a nest for their eggs. A mother will lay 20 to 50 eggs at a time, and then she sits on the eggs for 90 days. As soon as they hatch, they're off on their own. Next animal we'll see is the Aruba Island rattlesnake. The Aruba Island rattlesnake is only found on Aruba. Sadly, the species is critically endangered, where just 25 square kilometers of their habitat remains undisturbed. Let's head to Jamaica to learn about the Jamaican boa. The Jamaican boa is the largest terrestrial predator on Jamaica. Jamaican boas mainly prey on rats that thrive on sugarcane farms, so the native people decided to put mongooses on the island to help the rats population. But the mongooses prey on Jamaican boas, and that's one of the reasons why the Jamaican boa is considered vulnerable on the IUCN. Past the puff adder is the northern copperhead. Northern copperheads are found in the eastern United States, and even lives in the state of Ohio. Copperhead snakes are very social snakes and may hibernate with other copperheads. In the summer, northern copperheads are primarily nocturnal. In the spring and autumn, they're diurnal, which means they're active during the day. Young copperheads are just as venomous as the adults. The next animal we'll see is the Burmese python. Burmese pythons mainly live in Southeast Asia, but Burmese pythons are an invasive species in Florida. That's because people keep them as pets and then let them go. If you have an exotic pet, don't let it go. It could cause serious danger to wildlife and wild places. The next animal we'll see is one of the only amphibians inside the reptile house. Meet the Lake Titicaca frog. Lake Titicaca frogs are only found in Lake Titicaca and other surrounding rivers. The Lake Titicaca frog is critically endangered due to overharvesting, habitat deconstruction, as well as introductions of invasive species and climate change. Let's head to the Amazon rainforest to learn about poison dart frogs. Poison dart frogs get their poison from the food that they eat, insects, but in zoos they're completely harmless. Now let's learn about the dying dart frog. The dying poison dart frog gets its name from a legend that people use the frog's skin to dye parrot feathers from green to red, a technique called terrapage. The dying dart frog was the first poison dart frog species known by the Europeans. Living with the two poison dart frog species is the green tree python. Green tree pythons are nocturnal, which means they're active at night. Green tree pythons aren't born green, but orange. Now let's head to the desert to learn about Indian star tortoises. Indian star tortoises are found in the arid deserts of Sri Lanka, India, and Pakistan. In the summer, Indian star tortoises are mostly active during the early morning and late afternoon. The rest of the day, these tortoises are found under vegetation. The next animal we'll see is the Indo-Chinese spitting cobra. A spitting cobra defends itself by shooting venom at enemy's eyes through a small hole in the mouth. Now let's head to North America to learn about Gila monsters. Gila monsters are one of the two venomous lizards that can be found in North America. Gila monsters mainly spend their times in their burrows, and mainly come out 3 months of the year in the spring. Now let's head outside to meet the bald eagle. Why is a bald eagle called a bald eagle? Is it bald? No, it's because of the white coloring on their head. Despite being a popular sound in movies, the sound of a bald eagle in movies come from red-tailed hawks, not bald eagles themselves. The Cincinnati Zoo is home to 5 bald eagles. I want to give the spotlight to Sam, which cannot be seen here, but can be seen in the bird show. Sam is over 25 years old, which is pretty old for a bald eagle. Until 2024, for 20 years, Sam used to fly at the Cincinnati Reds baseball games, but due to a vision problem, he had to retire. Let us head to the Galapagos Islands to meet the Galapagos giant tortoise. Galapagos giant tortoises have been on Earth for millions of years and even been a prime food source for pirates. On his voyage to the Galapagos Islands, Charles Darwin observed that the tortoise's shell changes by their diet. Tortoises that feed primarily on ground vegetation have larger dome shells. Tortoises that feed on above ground plants have saddle-shaped shells, with a curved front allowing them to reach higher vegetation. His discovery was considered groundbreaking for science. Galapagos tortoises can live up to 150 years, but these guys are still young at 16 years old. Galapagos giant tortoises and bald eagles live in 2 exhibits, but those exhibits there are called Monkey Island, home of Japanese macaques, until 2016. There's also in front of the reptile house a pond for native turtles. That will do it for our tour at the Cincinnati Zoo, but when we come back to the Cincinnati Zoo, we will learn about red pandas and the Cincinnati Zoo's breeding history of red pandas. And then we're gonna head to Gibbon Islands, home of white-handed gibbons, and we'll even hear their song. We'll also learn about where Gibbon Island were placed. Until next time, please be kind to people with disabilities and always love animals. See you later, alligator. And a wild crocodile. I guess he didn't appreciate my joke.